Welcome back to the channel, and in this video we will be playing around with OG Daredevil and discussing why he needs a buff in the near future. Now this guy, he does have utility. He has one thing going for him, and that is extremely powerful. Like, his awakened ability is one of the most powerful awakened abilities in the game if you have him at SIG 200. Now that is a big thing with this character. When I started playing the game, he was a relatively desirable character. He was a character people were giving signature stones to, awakening him, and like generally when you pull him you are happy. And then what happened is, because as a 4-star character back in the day in Act 4, Act 5, you're not great at dexing specials, and the fact that he can automatically evade all projectiles is pretty huge, because most of the hard special attacks, to dex special attacks, are projectiles. As you saw there, Cable's SP1, you're going to see here with Yellow Jacket special attacks can be tricky to evade for a lot of players even now. And so character like Daredevil, if you have him at a high signature level, he never had great damage, but the fact that he can automatically, like, you can take your hands off the screen and to know that he will evade is pretty good. And I should also say that we did manage to solo the collector with him. It is a rank 3 SIG 200 Daredevil. It's really impractical. Did it in the beta, and even then, like, we are using him in Act 5 fights, and even now it doesn't feel like how overpowered he should feel as a 6-star rank 3 in Act 5. Now when I was doing the collector chapter, I had a rank 4 4-star Hulk as my main character, and this is a rank 3 6-star, but it doesn't feel like I'm finishing these fights as quickly as I should. Like, Bane is doing more damage than this guy. Not really, but it feels like that Bane is doing a lot of damage in comparison to the damage that he is doing, and it's pretty sad to see. This does have role reversal, by the way, so we actually have class disadvantage in this fight. But it's just sad that this character, he doesn't have anything else going for him, and the only thing that he does have going for him is the awakened ability. And to take him to SIG 200 as a 6-star is, first of all, prestige suicide. And like, why? When I have him on my main account as well. This is the CCP beta, and he's unawakened there, and I would like him to stay that way. I do not want to awaken this guy. And like, signature stones, 6-star signature stones are insanely rare. Some people may think T5CC is the rarest resource in the game. No, it's 6-star signature stones for sure, especially for players like me who do not spend much. Like, I occasionally pick up maybe 4th of July deals. I'm not free to play, but in total I've been playing for 4 or 5 years and I haven't spent more than, I'd say, $400. So I don't have many signature stones on my main account. Like, I also have a really good comparison. I also have a 6-star awakened Namor, and Daredevil is similar in the way that if you take away all of Namor's damage and everything, then yeah, that's pretty much Daredevil for you. Because I'm not going to have a SIG 200. Also, like, prestige is a big factor. Like, Namor has really good prestige, but if he didn't hit as hard as he does, and if he didn't have prestige, then would you give him signature stones even though he does have a really unique and powerful signature ability? I don't think so. Like, even now people are not really taking I don't know. I personally would have preferred to have like a 6-star awakened Gambit, even though Namor is obviously more powerful. But that's just a fact that I'm not going to have a SIG 200 Namor till at least a few years, and it's fine. Like, I don't mind characters that need to be SIG 200, but at least make it worth it. That's the big thing. If I put signatures in Namor, I know that I'm getting, at the end of the day, when I take him to SIG 200, I'm getting an extremely suicide friendly, high prestige, solid DPS character with great utility. And here, no one would even think of putting signature stones in this guy, although his awakened ability itself is extremely powerful. And that's the thing, that is the reason I was extremely disappointed to see that he is not getting, at least from what I know, he's not getting a buff next month with the Netflix Daredevil, who is getting a buff. Now he was worse. My dog was like shaking there, but you might have heard that. But anyways, so the Netflix Daredevil was the character who needed the buff more. But I would say like how they did it with Magnetos, both the Magnetos got a buff. And yeah, Red Magneto is better, but White Magneto is still pretty good, much 100 times better than he was. And that's something that they could have done with Daredevil here. He doesn't need too much. Better damage would be great, and some other utility besides the fact that you have to have this guy at 6200, especially like as the game progressed. Now people are more skilled. We don't really need a character who can evade Cyclops beams 100% of the time, because we can do that ourselves. Yeah, it is still helpful in some situations, especially when new characters come. And then we also have characters like Stark Spidey, who have a lot of utility and they can evade special attacks as well. So that's another thing. But my point was, I forget what my point was, but basically I'm trying to say that this guy does need a little bit more damage and some other kind of utility. Maybe some immunities would be great. Evade counter, power control, something. Evade counter should be like, I haven't seen Daredevil. I know that he is a blind character. That's pretty much all I know about this guy. But maybe have some true strike or something. Anything that makes this character more viable would be great. This is the Collector solo. I did manage to get him down. It's still not an extremely safe fight because Collector does decrease our defensive ability, our offensive ability, I guess. I'm not sure. Something happens, but eventually as the fight goes on, you won't be able to 100% dex like evade, but still he is still a pretty decent option for it. Even if you have him as a 4-star, there are better options for sure. And now like we have seen quite a bit of solos, like Tigra is a great option for this guy. And yeah, Tigra actually is really powerful when I think about that, how you can just heavy attack and bypass all special attacks. That is pretty cool. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Like this video, share with your alliance, and bye bye. Also here you can see how his signature ability scales up, so you really don't want this guy at SIG 20. And yeah, bye bye.